What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Thank you for watching. Today we have another viewer suggested video idea, which are my favorite videos to make, honestly. And today we are testing the effectiveness of a shotgun wad. So if you don't know, a shotgun wad is the piece of plastic inside a shell that contains the pellets or the slug as it travels down the barrel. Some are designed to hang on longer than others, but eventually the wad will separate itself from the projectile. And you can usually find them laying on the ground just a few feet in front of you because it's plastic and lightweight. So they typically don't go very far. And we have seen wads penetrate targets in the past, but of course it was the heavy lead projectile that caused most of that penetration. And I've always wondered, how dangerous would a plastic shotgun wad be all by itself? Today we're gonna find out. So all I did for this video was remove the shot from some factory shotgun shells. In other words, I ruined them, but we gotta test the capability of the wad by itself. So we're gonna start on a steel target and just see how accurate they are, if it even makes it that far. We got Trenchy the trench sweeper out here for this one. It's actually a Winchester 1897 trench gun. Probably my favorite shotgun of all time, so. Let's see if we can hit the target. I heard a ding, and I definitely think it hit. It looks like it might have went up and over the backstop, but it did hit the target. Well, there's obviously no recoil because all the shot is out of the shell, and it looks like a ton of unburnt gunpowder is coming out of the barrel. I'm gonna shoot one straight up in the air and see if I can track it. I wanna see how far they're really going. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh. I caught it. You guys probably didn't see it, but there it is. That is what that shotgun wad looks like. Now I have a few different loads we're gonna try. Some of them look a lot bigger and heavier than others, but there it is. It's almost like a parachute opening up. It goes quick at first and then immediately slows down and becomes totally unpredictable. All right, the first test we're gonna do is a cardboard target just to see if they can actually punch through. We'll go ahead and start with a 12 gauge Birdshot, the same ones we just shot over there. And then we'll try some others. About 5 feet away. It went through. Next up, we'll try a 3-inch 12 gauge BB shell. This is still a Birdshot, but it is a lot more powerful than the other one. I just want to see which one feels like it's the most powerful. Here we go. That was weird. Okay, definitely got a hang fire, and there was like gunpowder that came out and got in my eye. And the next one we got is a double-aught buckshot load with a big green wad. It feels like because there's no shot and the shell isn't sealed, there's just not enough pressure to really send them out of there with authority. So we'll see what this one does. I might hold it out away from me just a little bit. Not bad at all. And a 12 gauge Sterling slug. This is definitely the biggest wad out of any of them that I have, so. Let's see what it does. They all went through. Interesting. And next up, we are gonna try a piece of drywall. There are some bullet holes on this one from a previous video, but most of it is completely untouched. And we just shot drywall in last week's video, so we know that bullets will blow right through this stuff, no problem. Let's see what the wads do. And once again, we are at super close range because I feel like this is our only chance. At any sort of distance, these things would be completely ineffective. We'll go ahead and start with the number 8 Birdshot. And for this one, we're using the Shockwave 590S. Has an even shorter barrel, so let's see what it does. It went through. So not only did it go through, but there are 2 holes about 3 inches apart. So I assume the wad split in half, and both of those went straight through the drywall and out the other side. And then we even have a ton of unburnt gunpowder laying on the table right there. The shorter barrel probably isn't doing us any favors, but that surprises me, honestly. I did not think it would go through that. All right, I'll go ahead and try the 3-inch heavy Magnum. This is the one that had kind of a delay on the cardboard target, so let's see if it goes through the drywall. Straight through. It did not sound as powerful as the last one, though. And the Sterling Slug with the big blue wad, probably my favorite one so far. Let's see. Oh yeah. That is by far the most powerful one that we've shot. Consistently giving us the best results. All right, that is the hole from the 3-inch heavy Magnum, and then that is the blue one that we just shot. It also looks like the blue wads are consistently giving us perfect circular entrance holes, whereas the others are kind of all over the place. Well, they all passed the drywall test and went straight through it. Not what I expected. Let's try something else. Next up, we got a 1-gallon water jug. For this one, we'll go ahead and use a Winchester double-aught buckshot load. Looks like it has a pretty good wad in it. And if this penetrates the water jug, we can say it's probably capable of damage because that's a pretty heavy target. We haven't tried this one yet, so let's see what it does. No way. That one also felt pretty powerful, I'm not gonna lie, and you can see the damage that we got. So clearly went straight into the water jug. Once again, we have unburnt gunpowder all over the table, and then our wad is right down there by the handle. So it looks like it's in one piece, did penetrate. Obviously it did not go all the way through, but it did make it into the water jug. Next target, a watermelon. And for this one, I'll go ahead and try the blue Sterling wad. We've had pretty good luck with these so far. Hopefully it doesn't bounce back. We're only about 5 feet away, so. What? I wouldn't even blame you if y'all didn't believe me that that was just a wad. It exploded that watermelon like a real projectile would. That was crazy. Well, I definitely think the blue Sterling wads are giving us the best results, for sure. That was amazing. So you can see the watermelon sitting right there. If you look closely, you can even see the unburnt gunpowder that's all over it. And once again, on the table as well. And then laying right next to our watermelon is that blue shotgun wad. And that's what it looks like out of the shell. It's pretty big and heavy for a plastic wad. Unbelievable. Going into this test, I did not have the highest hopes for these shotgun wads, but after seeing that watermelon, I'm a little more optimistic for sure. Let's go ahead and try a full can of soda. This is obviously a metal target and the shotgun wads are plastic, so it's probably not gonna punch right through, but after seeing the watermelon, I think it might be able to destroy it. Let's find out. Same wad, blue 12 gauge Sterling. Please don't come back at me. I'm asking nicely. Here we go. Dude, no way. I'm actually mind blown. I don't know what else to say. My camera is covered in soda. That sucks. So I'll be honest, I think the only reason these blue wads are doing so well is, well, number one, they're big, but also they make a tight seal inside the shotgun shell. A lot of the others are really loose, and if you tipped them upside down, they would just fall right out. And that is obviously not gonna give you a good powder burn. So these are just launching out of there like a projectile. And here's our pop can all the way over here. It's probably about 10 feet away from our table, and it doesn't look like it went all the way through, but it definitely destroyed that thing. All right, guys, one final test before we get out of here, and of course, it is a ballistic dummy lab head. I have it screwed into the table so it doesn't go anywhere, and we're gonna try to hit it right there on the side. So when we started this test, I was 100% positive that it would not do anything to one of these ballistic dummy heads. But after seeing these results, now I'm not so sure. We got a realistic target. How dangerous is a shotgun wad? Let's find out. Once again, we'll use the blue Sterling wad, 12 gauge trench gun. If this don't work, we might try it at point blank range, but let's see. All right, there is our shotgun wad. There's unburnt gunpowder all over the ballistic dummy head, and hopefully you guys can see the cracks that it left on the side of that head. There's one going right up the top, and then another big one coming off the right side and towards the back. If I pull this out, you can see the damage that it did in there. So it almost went into that thing. Definitely broke the outer layer and did some damage, but it did not penetrate all the way through. So that would absolutely suck to get shot with, and as you saw, it even fractured our ballistic dummy head. But I think you would probably survive that. It got no penetration and mainly just did damage on the surface. Okay, we'll go ahead and try another one at point blank range. Got the Benelli out for this one. Barrel touching. Let's see what it does. That sounded absolutely crazy. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like it did even less damage than the first one. So let's check it out. I'm not sure where the wad actually went on that one. You can see where it hit, and it did not do anything to that skull. It just burnt the ballistic shell a little bit. I think I saw one fragment maybe fly off. And again, I have no idea where the wad went. It also sounded really weird, almost like the pressure of the barrel being up against the head is probably what caused that. And it looks like the wad didn't even get enough velocity to do any damage. So we might try one more. And for this one, I'm gonna get close, but not point blank. See if we can meet in the middle. Yes! Okay, I'll be honest, the first two did feel a little bit weird, which is just something that happens when you're shooting wads and no projectiles, because again, the seal is not the same without the heavy lead shot. So those first two didn't feel quite as powerful as the others, and that one definitely did. And you can see the result that we got that time. It definitely penetrated. Of course, this side of our ballistic dummy head was a little compromised, but that spot where it hit wasn't too badly damaged, honestly, and you can see what we've got in there. So it definitely penetrated. It looks like I can see the back end of the wad. There it is. Okay, so there's our wad. It went about that deep into the head, obviously because I could see the back of it still kind of peeking out. And again, that one did feel better than the others. The first two just didn't feel quite as powerful, and obviously we got a lot more damage. But I would still say that would probably not be a lethal shotgun load. It would hurt, it would suck, it obviously did damage, and it's not something that I would want to be shot with, but I would not say it would be lethal or effective for self-defense. It still did a lot better than I thought it would, I'll be honest. Let's go ahead and finish it off with a double up buckshot, the way it was intended to be used. That's more like it. And the Buckshot turned our ballistic dummy head into a convertible. So as impressive as the wads were by themselves, as you can see, it has nothing on an actual shotgun load. Devastating. All right, guys, that is our shotgun wad video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Again, I want to thank the viewer who recommended this video idea. I really appreciate that. And once again, I am surprised by this. I did not expect these results. So hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. As always, I'd be glad to hear from you. If you liked the video, please hit the like button for me, guys. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.